So the police are looking to confiscate and crush cars deemed to be doing antisocial activities within 48 hours, with not 2 Section 59 warnings like it is now, but basically no warning. So the idea is you get caught doing something the police officer who's had a very bad day deems antisocial. Usually it's stuff like talking with mates in a car park and things like that. Love a car guys, It doesn't even necessarily have to involve revving engines or doing donuts and stuff like that, stupid stuff like that. I've heard people getting fined for just simply being in a car park with other cars that are interesting and not NPC cars, you know what I mean? So basically, they're going to seize cars and then crush them within 48 hours. So you've basically got 48 hours to get all any documents or whatever it is you need to get the vehicle back. Let's say you misplaced the logbook, or that drawer's in a paperwork drawer. That paperwork is in a drawer somewhere, and you might not have it to hand immediately. You might have work to go to. You might not have time to go get it. And 48 hours really is not a long time. It's currently 14 days. But yeah, it's quite crazy what you can get an S59 over. Just look up a few results online. There's a few horror stories. But it's all sorts of things, from window tint. You may have bought the car like that, air intakes, all sorts of little bits and pieces, really, that, basically just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I think that's the main one. That's pretty much, the gist of it. So, police are going to be seizing cars worth tens of thousands of pounds in most cases, probably still on finance and things like that, and then not reusing them, just crushing them straight away. So, why is this stupid? Well, if the car has been involved in some genuinely stupid stuff and the person genuinely deserves it, e.g. fly tippers, then you could resell that vehicle. Now, a vehicle takes a lot of energy to make. There's a lot of people just, it's just recycled, it's fine. No, it's not fine. To recycle steel, you've got to heat it up to over 1535 degrees. It takes a lot of energy. A lot of gas, typically, or an arc furnace. It's a lot of energy, regardless. And not only that, people think it's a clean process. Well, how is a car recycled? A car is recycled by pulling the engine out, because the engine is normally aluminium, so it goes for aluminium breakage. There's bits of other metal in there as well, like steel for the crankshaft and stuff. They rip the engine out with a claw, and they crush the bodywork, including all the seats, the dashboard, all the polyurethane that's in it, just gets crushed into a cube. That gets shipped off to another country. We don't really make our own steel anymore, sadly. We do a little bit, but not that much. But even in England, when we did make it, it went into an arc furnace and was melted down. Like, with all that stuff in it. All that stuff just floats to the top. All that stuff just floats to the top of the malt, ends up as slag, basically. Goes to the top or it goes to the bottom. It's just one of those things. It goes, to the environment, the smoke, the flames. You ever seen a car fire? It's basically that on a massive scale. You get all these bailed up cars, and they just literally put them into a furnace, and it's that's what happens. All that stuff goes into the environment. You're better off keeping these cars on the road and in use for as long as possible. And some of these are not even that old. In fact, a lot of these are not going to be that old. You're talking current model BMWs, Audis, Mercedes, things like that. Some of the naughtier people, especially, are going to be driving those high dollar, expensive cars. They're just normal car people that have a hobby, basically. And, they've paid their taxes, they've paid their dues, then because they're having a little tiny bit of fun, some old ladies moaned, or they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, they get 50 grand car taken off of them. It's just stupid. It's absolutely ridiculous. This country is becoming like North Korea every day. Thank you for watching.